My name is Andrew Stotz, and I want to invite you to attend this finalist presentation in the Global Equity Valuation Competition. The finalist that we've got today is Shaurya, who's going to do his presentation on Varun Beverage. So let's bring him in. Hold on one second. All right, so you ready to go?
Yes, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Well, hold on. Let me get started. So you got 4 minutes. I'm going to share the screen right now. There we go, and we can now see your report, and we see your face. So all you got to do now is present. So I'm going to leave now, and then I'll come back in 6 minutes. You ready? Go.
Yes, sir. Sure. Good evening, everyone. Today I'm Shaurya Chauhan and I'm from the Crown of India, that is IIM Jammu. So I am here in IIM Jammu studying bachelor's first year. So today we are going to talk about Varun Beverages Ltd, which is the food and beverage company in India. Also, it is expanding its base in Africa also. So Varun Beverages Limited is working for PepsiCo as its demand delivery engine from more than 33 years, and it is accounting for 90% of its sales volume in India. So it is almost covering the target of 1.4 billion people in India. Also, its relationship between Varun Beverages Limited and PepsiCo is like Varun Beverages acts as a demand delivery and PepsiCo acts as a demand creation part. So PepsiCo handles all the things like all the things like R&D, formulations, marketing, trademarks, and all. And the Varun Beverages Limited, it acts like demand delivery. So it handles all production, the demand delivery, like how the distribution is being handled and how in outlet management is being handled. This is all being taken care by Varun Beverages Limited. On ground, it's not PepsiCo versus Coke. It's more about VBL versus SCCV. SCCV is the demand delivery engine for Coca-Cola. So SCCB handles all its operations in India, and it is the major competitor which VBL is facing currently. So SCCB is currently operating at 2 million stores, and Varun Beverages is operating at 3 million stores. So that extra 1 million stores, it gives it operating leverage. So moreover, if I talk about it, like it is simply winning. Varun Beverages Limited is simply winning by being at more places. So it gives the distribution advantage to it, and it is like if you talk about this business, it is basically the game of physical availability. So if you are going to a store buying a thumbs up, and there is buying a coke for say, and there is only thumbs up available there, so you are not going to go to another store to buy a coke. You will simply buy thumbs up and you will get on. So let's look at the scorecard. We have calendar year 2024. You know, we have calendar year 2024 financials here. So if we can see that it reported the revenue of roughly 200 billion rupees, and it is showing the growth year on year 24.7%. Also, its EBITDA is standing at 47 billion rupees. So it is also showing 30% operating profit growth, which is huge for a company in this sector. So if we will say there is one more attractive thing which VBL is currently operating at, it is operating backward integration also. So where VBL previously used to buy bottle preforms, it now started creating their own bottle preforms. So the margins they used to give previously to other suppliers and customers, to other suppliers and businesses, it is now uh, having those margins with themselves only. So it is now improving its operating margin also. EBITDA, as we can see, EBITDA margins are also increased by 105 basis points. Also, there are some basic risks at the core of VBL operations. So if we will see, these are the basic risks, which are firstly, there is regulatory risk, which is comprising of sugar tax increase in India. So it is handling it very effectively. It is shifting its product portfolio from high sugar to low or no sugar category, as we can see that 53% of its volume now comes from these things, and water and juices also it is expanding its product portfolio towards them. Also, weather sensitivity wala risk, it is uh, handling that risk by diversifying into African market also. So it has recently acquired Bevco manufacturing plant in South Africa, and new also opened new subsidiaries in Kenya, which is balancing the weather cycle from India and Africa, available at both places. So it is operating very well under the leadership of Ravi and Varun Japuria, and it has consistently been named PepsiCo's International Bottler of the Year. So talking about valuation which we are giving to Varun Beverages Limited, it is it is 580 rupees of share price, which is 54x of its earning per share, expected earning per share of 2026, and it is being driven by its consistent profitability, market leadership in India, and global expansion and sustainability. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Okay, we've got a couple questions here. Roman's got the first question, and he says, uh, Varun has been expanding into snacks and more recently in alcoholic beverages. What's the
Yes,
next attainable catalyst? Like, what's the next? I mean, as you said, it's already growing pretty fast, and the expansions and acquisitions were a catalyst. But that's already known by the market. What are other catalysts that you're seeing?
according to me, Varun Beverages is previously keep diversifying in other sectors, and now it is diversifying in alcoholic beverages. It is already operating in African market, selling Carlsberg there also. I think another catalyst can be, next attainable catalyst can be the spirits and the categories in beverages which it can go. Also, there might be a day come where everything, if we talk about food and beverages, will be there. Varun beverages will be there. So
Okay. And one of your judges, Himani, says she's talking about the global monetary system is becoming less dollar denominated over the next decade.
yes.
Would it affect the company's cost structure? Maybe you can talk a little about the currency and how they look at it. For instance, they have exposure in different countries and all that. What does currency, whether that's dollar or rupiah or any other currency, what are the impacts there?
So currently, VBL is being operating in India majorly. So it is currently dealing in rupees only. So also, I think the impact of de-dollarization will benefit VBL, because if the major trade of VBL is currently coming in rupees only, and it is not targeting the American market where dollar is being in trade. Also, the North American side, it is majorly classified as the premium beverages part. So Varun Beverages is more into affordable category. So I think it will either won't affect the operations or the vulnerable, like majorly it won't, but if it will affect it in good category.
Okay. And I guess most of the costs are domestically sourced, like sugar or sugar cane or corn syrup or that type of thing, right?
Yes,
And they have to pay for concentrate they're receiving from Pepsi, I presume, and they're paying that in dollar, but that's probably not such a huge thing. Okay. And
yes.
the price, the PE ratio, just looking at the PE ratio is so high.
Yes,
Aren't
if
you a
you will.
little worried that it's just too high, or is that you feel like no, this company can grow into that?
So currently the valuations in all companies in India are like this only. So they are just too high. The valuations are too high. The people in sitting in America and other countries can't even think about it. So
Yep.
if we will look at in the aspect of the industry P, it is currently managing its P by increasing its earnings also the price is also decreasing from last few months, if we will say 6 to 7 months the price is decreasing. So now I think it is coming at the very fair price which we can afford.
And
People are
what is the risk here? It's one of the other questions we just got. Like, what do you think is the number one risk that if somebody was to invest in this now, you've got a buy on it, that it just doesn't move or it falls? What's the biggest risk?
So I think regulations can be a bigger risk in India's market. So because currently GST has been imposed on sugar things in India, so there might be regulations which can be the major risk of Varun Beverages Limited. Also, one risk can be fluctuating raw material prices. So raw materials, because there is a huge role of raw materials in Varun Beverages operations. So any changes in raw material prices can impact negatively Varun Beverages.
Great. All right. Well, you're done. And how does it feel?
So it was great experience. It was my first experience giving this equity research report, and this is my first equity research report also. So it was great experience. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, and you too. Well, it's a great job, and you had some good arguments there, and so that and you weren't nervous, which was good. So you just bring your energy, and that's the key, right? So well done.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna take you out of here, and then we're gonna go to the next. But good luck. We'll see you soon. Yep.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks so
Yep.
much.
Yep. Well, there we have it. Another presentation by a finalist. This is Shaurya, who has just presented Varun Beverages. If you want to build a competitive advantage in company valuation, why don't you try and compete in the Global Equity Valuation Competition?